The United States and the European Union have imposed new sanctions on Russia to pressure President Putin into a Ukraine ceasefire. Trump's first sanctions since returning to office, they target energy firms Rosneft and Lukoil. Well, the EU's 19th package of sanctions, it bans Russian LNG imports. Now, Moscow has called the US measures counterproductive and has warned the EU also of painful response over asset seizures. Oil prices have surged following the sanctions.
The postponement of US President Donald Trump's planned meeting with Vladimir Putin, coupled with Washington's new sanctions on Russia's oil companies, EU's approval of its 19th sanctions package, and Moscow conducting a major training exercise involving nuclear arms, indicate a significant setback for peace efforts in Russia-Ukraine conflict. United States hit Russia's major oil companies with sanctions on Wednesday, accused the Russians of a lack of commitment towards ending conflict in Ukraine. Russia's two largest oil companies, Rosneft and Lukoil, were targeted by the US in sanctions. Announcing the measure, US Department of Treasury said in a statement, "Today's actions increase pressure on Russia's energy sector and degrade the Kremlin's ability to raise revenue for its war machine and support its weakened economy. The United States will continue to advocate for a peaceful resolution to the war, and a permanent peace depends entirely on Russia's willingness to negotiate in good faith."
Look, these are tremendous sanctions. These are very big. Those are against their two big oil companies, and we hope that they won't be on for long. We hope that the war will be settled.
Trump's move was hailed by Ukraine's European allies, including NATO.
And clearly he was stating this weekend, I want a war to end, I want a ceasefire, I want killing to stop. So his position here, and I completely support this, is, as he said, stop where you are. So as both to the Ukrainians as well to the Russians.
Besides the US, EU countries on Thursday formally adopted a 19th package of sanctions against Russia. Sanction includes a ban on Russian liquefied natural gas imports. Ukrainian President Zelensky, who traveled to Brussels for talks with European leaders, applauded EU's and United States' latest move against Moscow.
This decision of 19th package of sanctions is crucial for us. Thank you so much. And today it goes together with the yesterday's decisions of President Trump on energy, also sanctions package. We waited for this. God bless, it will work. And this is very important.
However, Moscow asserted that US energy sanctions were extremely counterproductive. Russia also warned of painful response to any move by the European Union to seize its frozen assets.
Any confiscatory initiatives from Brussels will inevitably result in a painful response. We will act in full compliance with the principle of reciprocity in international relations based on our own interest and the need to compensate Russia for the damage caused.
On the other hand, Beijing stressed on dialogue and negotiation to resolve the Russia-Ukraine conflict, saying it opposes unilateral sanctions. These sanctions represent a significant policy reversal for President Trump, who had previously prioritized trade measures over sanctions against Russia for conflict in Ukraine. Sanctions also prompted oil prices to rise by more than 5% on Thursday. Fuzail Ahmed reports for DD India.